All right. Kev, how about some Dear Sexy? We have a couple of people that were
Sure.
that were looking for Dear Abby's
Can
advice,
I
but
say we didn't? I don't want to not touch on something political because so many people out there love our politics.
well, how do you
So
know that someone wasn't going to ask Abby what they thought Bitcoin's future was?
I'll go into Bitcoin. I just want to say this: if the Democrats are going to run into the midterm
Hmm.
and their message is going to be Trump bad, you're going to get smoked again. Like, come on, man. What's our what? Come on, Democrats. Like, what is our message?
It's all reactive right now.
Yeah,
I read somewhere, and I use it as a business practice, and it was actually positioned as business advice. When you're returning fire from the bunker, somebody else is dictating the battle. When you're out firing and they're returning your fire, you've changed the game. And all the Democrats can do right now is return fire.
and it will get to a point where I think the Supreme Court can only look so bad for so long before like they have to say, dude. But at the same time, I almost feel like this is a rib. Like I'm just going to get rid of Powell. And the market takes. I never said that. I mean, it's just. I've gotten to the point now where there's been a little bit of stabilization where I've actually taken some more shit and moved to just like, man, let's just take 5% on this and call it a day. Like I don't need growth. I don't want to take any losses.
Just park it. So you park it in
Yeah,
cash or somewhere. Yeah, money
yeah.
market or
At this
something.
point, it's like you know, to me, jumping into Bitcoin right now would be like saying, "Hey, I heard you guys are going to be hitting the beach at Anzio. I'd like to be the first one out of the front of that lander." I haven't seen I haven't seen Private Ryan. What exactly
It
happens?
happens. Yeah.
I haven't played Medal of Honor, so
Hegseth's hanging in there though, just in case you're
he's a fuck
concerned.
dude. Okay, these are the things that they've got to stop. Hexus is he lies on top of a lie. It's still the same deal. It's just another layer to the lie that he already lied on, and he lied on it again. And it's just like, dude, just say I fucked up. I learned my lesson. Trump's not getting rid of him.
Right.
Don't. You look like you look like. Did you see the other day on Instagram? He showed up for the Easter egg hunt. He had one sideburn 4 inches long and one. It looked
Yeah.
like somebody that got hammered the night before. Oh shit, we got to beware, and left one sideburn. Like what the fuck, dude? Like, uh. And then you got Trump saying for since he's been on the planet, everything's a witch hunt. Well, guess what? Grabbing some motherfucker off the street and sending him down to El Salvador, boy, I can't think of much more of a witch hunt than that if you can't come up with documentation. I don't want to hear that some conscientious informer has said that he smacked his wife and has got a tattoo and he might be involved with. No, man, like either shit or get off the pot.
I think what they're using as proof for their MS-13 gang affiliation was that he was wearing a Bulls jersey, right? Wasn't that the or Bulls jacket? I don't think it's gone beyond that. He's not. I think the score is still this gentleman 0 felony convictions to Trump's 34. I think it's 34-0 still
Yeah, I just
that count.
and at the same time, it's because the Democrats did such a shit job with the border that we all say, well, we don't want there to be too much apprehension getting rid of this shit, but don't tell me that you want to bring production into our country when you're telling El Salvador to build 5 prisons in El Salvador. Why can't we build them here? Those are privatized. Those are jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's income. If it's the same deal with their maximum security, they're sitting in like, why are we giving up? Why are we doing that?
I don't think, in theory, anyone has a problem with deporting anyone that's a gang member here
Fuck
illegally,
no.
gang member. If they're here
I
illegally,
just want
you deport them.
all I need
You
is
can't deport
all
someone
I,
that's an
all I
American
need
citizen.
is a judge to look at the evidence and go, okay, absolutely, I rule with you, but not just oops.
Right, and that's the thing. Why can't we just require a little more of ourselves and say that we want to be sure that if they decide tomorrow, Kevin, that they don't like something you said, they could say, you know what, that olive green shirt he wore is indicative of the
of
Martini
the olive
gang.
of the olive drab green that we wore when I was in when I was in the army, and we were wearing woodland green because we thought we were going to fight the Russians.
So to El Salvador, Kevin goes. Yeah, we need a
So,
little. We need to require a little more of this. This is
and at the
not good.
same token, you got. I'm so worried about how many sleeper cells are sitting in this country. Just waiting. It's just like the
Well,
world
every
is a
day's a new adventure.
the
That's
world is a vampire.
and as they said, may you live in interesting times. Dear Sexy, okay? Actual letters to Dear Abby. What if Kevin Nash was asked to give these folks advice? Dear Sexy, my friend Alma has a handicapped parking permit. I never asked her why she has it. We regularly go for long walks, and she seems perfectly able bodied. Alma did share with me once that she got the tag after an accident left her with some intermittent long term pain. She said most days she doesn't need the accessible parking and doesn't use it, but that when her pain flares up, it's helpful to be able to utilize a handicap parking space. However, I've been with Alma in situations where there is limited parking and she suggests using a handicapped space. I'm uncomfortable taking a space away from someone who may need it, but also uncomfortable questioning whether Alma needs it or it's just for convenience. What is the proper etiquette here? That's from Empathetic